putting the hatch back in. I'm not talking to you, Checknut. We got our room got rained in like crazy last night. My wife really enjoyed the freshwater shower.
No, I did not.
I prefer mine with sweet.
And we're doing it sideways because
My wife is crooked as hell.
no,
That ain't it.
because the mizzen mast blocks the air.
Yeah, we like to put a little window shaker air conditioner in our hatch when it's really hot out. And if we put our hatch open and straight forward, it will block the window air conditioner. And it's been backwards since we owned the boat. And we just really feel that we'd be able to catch more air with the hatch if we had it facing any other direction than backwards. Because usually the nose of the boat is into the wind. Or the bow of the boat, should I say. We don't have. I treated the rust around the window with Ospo, but we don't have any primer or paint or anything like that. So I'm putting it in to where it can be taken out at a later date and all that rust be painted and primed and everything. Yeah, doing all of that rust treatment on the boat. But we can't just leave the hatch out. Just keep on getting rained in.
And then our bedroom would look like an inside of a shower.
Yeah, like last night.
Yeah, like last night.
I like using the butyl tape for doing the hatches because it stays sticky forever and it builds the height up. The deck, of course, has got a curvature to it, so I put like 2 or 3 layers on the sides and 1 strip on the front, and on each side I go 3, 2, 1 to help take up the angle, and then when I compress the HDPE board down with the screws, it'll get a really good seal around. And then I even go around that with the Sikaflex once it's down to help seal out all the water. So yes, it's a process, but that's what I found that seemed to work for our boat. On today's episode of Rambo's Repair Service, I continue to half-ass and rig some stuff up to help keep water out of our boat. You can see here I'm layering on the butyl tape. We put her on thick, capital THICK, thick, due to the curvature of the hole. It works really well. I find this to be my best method. I use a combination of butyl tape and Sikaflex, as you'll see here in a short bit. I just order in a roll of butyl tape and layer it on there and get her layered up, and then once we put the hatch on there and screw her down, it just kind of squeezes out from everywhere. Helps you understand you got a really good seal in there. See there, I'm going over the actual curvature there, and that doesn't get so much. It gets a 1 solid layer across, and then on each side it gets about a 10-inch strip,
and then by each corner it gets another like 3-inch strip, and that seems to work out best for me. Over here on the two sides, where it's actually the lower edges of the hatch, I do a triple layer. And then, like I said, the ends where it's actually going over the curvature of the hole, I work out from a single layer to a triple layer at the 3 corners. And then apparently I liked it because we're about to nail her down here. There we go. Push her on in and call it a wrap. Still got the hatch for easy access.
See, I'm wearing my safety shoes again.
Now here we go. We tried to get the old stainless steel self-tapper to go through the deck of the pirate ship here, but it didn't want anything to do with it. I gave that sucker all the juice. I gave it a little bit of juice. She said no thank you, so you can see I broke out the cheater bit here. Ended up having to go around and pre-drill all the holes. Not a big deal, but yeah, we do what we got to do to get her sealed up. The night before, I had ripped out the hatch. We thought we were good. It came a downpour. It was like a cow pissing on a flat rock. Man, and the inside of our hatch was the flat rock. We just got flooded in our dang cabin, even though we had put garbage bags, a tarp, everything over that big old hole in the top deck. We still got flooded in our cabin that night. So here we are doing our best to make sure that doesn't happen again. As you guys sit here and watch my magnificent repair services, I wanted to bring up we were asked kind of, what got us into this and whatnot. And, we're going to save the story about Camille and I and all that for a different video. But I just wanted to point out, the reason I wanted to start making YouTube videos is not to, with any kind of false hopes of being like Delos or Le Vagabond or anything like that. I wanted to start making videos just basically to show anybody can do this, man. If you dream about being out on the open ocean, if you want to get on a boat, give your family some adventures, we're not rich by any means. And I just want to show that, everybody's able to make this life happen if you really want it. We tell our kids all the time, don't settle for anything less than your dreams. And I don't see how I can tell my kids that while I'm settling for less than my dreams. So, I dreamed of being on a boat. I dreamed of, showing them some places they've never seen. And so here we are. I felt it was best to lead by example. And if our videos are able to inspire one person to get out there and do what their hearts tell them to do, then it's worth all the trouble of making these videos. Just wanted to put that out there. Now here we are back to Rambo's repair service. There you go, Camille. Show us what kind of screws I'm using. Yep, that's it. Little
What are you doing?
Taping it off, so.
Oh, shit. Okay, go ahead. I almost lost my balance right now.
Taping it off, so when I set the hatch into the Sikaflex to glue it to the HDPE and make the cleanup of this a lot easier. So Sikaflex don't splooge all out over the edges and stuff.
Alright, then as we continue on with, this is the part where we get into Sikaflexing down the hatch. Put a good couple big fat beads of Sikaflex down here. think we only show one here in the video. I believe I actually went around twice with the Sikaflex to make sure we got plenty down and in there. And then I used some 1/2-inch screws to screw the hatch down. You know, a lot of people may not know what Sikaflex is. It's the tube of stuff I'm using there in the caulk gun. It's a type of adhesive that's rubberized, never gets hard. It's kind of like your household silicone, only much better. And then I'll even go ahead and explain, if you don't understand what butyl tape is, which you see me using earlier, it comes on that roll. It has a paper backing on one side. It is approximately a 1/16 of an inch thick, between a 1/16 and an 1/8 inch thick. And it's almost like Laffy Taffy, would be a good way to put it. It doesn't ever get hard or dry out either. And it's good for making up gaps in the marine environment and sealing out water in between two unlike materials like plastic and steel, or aluminum and steel, anything like that. There you go. You see my little 1/2-inch screws I'm using just to screw the hatch frame down through the Sikaflex into the HDPE. And people don't understand, HDPE, that's high density polyethylene, basically just a thick plastic. This is the third one of our hatches I've done in this method. And
weather stripping from Creepo Depot. Says it's for auto and marine use. We'll see about all that noise.
Here we go. I pushed the weather stripping down in there. As I said in the video there, you could buy this stuff at Home Depot, Creepo Depot, Lowe's, the Jungle website, wherever. This one so far is actually working really well. At the Creepo Depot back by the windows and doors, they sell the weather stripping, and this one said it's for marine use. And so far we're happy with it. We'll see if it holds up. You see I got the putty knife out and I'm having to kind of wedge it down in there, which is actually good. This one had a really good adhesive on it. It was stuck well, and we actually have to pull our hatch closed to get it to seal against that weather stripping to latch it. So, I believe our hatch is pretty much watertight now. And that's a good thing. It hasn't been watertight since we've owned this boat, and our wood and the steel and the window or the hatch frame and everything has taken abuse. Even though, I've tried to seal it up once before and it was just a nightmare. It took forever for Camille to let me try it a second time. Let's see. I don't know. You really can't tell here, but I'm cutting the weather strip at a 45-degree angle there. You really don't want to make a straight cut because any water could potentially run through your seam easier than it can at an angle cut, for anybody that might be wondering about that. And I put the seam in the weather strip, as you can tell there, basically at the center back edge of the hatch. That just seemed to me like the best place to have the seam. And like I said, you want to make your cut at an angle so it's harder for water to get through.
Boat and fire and the anchorage over there. I'm gonna load up a couple of fire extinguishers and go over there, but the Coast Guard's already there. And from what I can see, that fire is way bigger than what a couple little fire extinguishers is gonna take care of. I just hope there ain't nobody in the boat. I hope everybody's alright.